Yeah, take over. The break's over. Yo, the takeover. The break's over.
Hey everybody, we are back for another Raw review, and now my co-hosts are cracking up due to stuff that you guys didn't get to hear because I edited it all out.
Yay.
Also, Suave's back.
Suave is in the building.
Hi guys, it's me.
Is that
Who
really
are
what
you?
you're going with today?
I don't know.
Who are you?
I mean, I can go with my alternate persona.
Please do.
Fuck it, you already started like this.
No, we're doing it live. Today, I am Señor Huevos.
And
That just happened.
That means I have to call him that the whole show now.
Sí.
God damn it.
But
I'm
you
like
can refer to me as Huevos.
I'm like the fucking Michael Cole of this group. I'm just Kristen, and then these two are characters.
Yes.
Anyways.
Because I'm Batman.
Oh, God, because I'm Batman. All right, we are going to talk about Raw now instead of dipshitting around like we did in the last recording, where it was like
fun.
more than 5 minutes in and we hadn't talked about anything.
We're at 2 minutes now. We still haven't talked about anything. So
Well,
let's
no,
continue.
I'm editing those parts. Anyway, so first moment of the night was shameless plugging of the WWE Network.
$9.99.
If you guys didn't know, it is indeed $9.99. If you
Nueve.
didn't know, then you didn't
Nueve.
watch Raw because they said it 9,000 times.
In 99.
999,000 times.
They did say it that much. It was Triple H was shamelessly plugging it, comically.
Well, you know, because you have to, because
'Cause
the
they want
only
you
way
to
to watch SummerSlam the next Sunday is going to be on the WWE Network, which you can get for $9.99.
You know, unless you have to pay for
Michael
the
Cole was
6
sitting
months.
there like, he's taking my job.
Exactly.
He didn't say anything the entire night because Triple H was doing his job for him.
JBL too.
So with all the budget cuts, we may be seeing him leaving next.
Oh,
Who
God.
knows?
Oh, no, they'll never get rid of Michael Cole.
Michael Cole is in it for the long haul.
Well, I know that, but it's just they're taking his job.
They'll never get...
They took my job.
Again, more BSing. Next match.
First match.
Yeah. Reigns and Kane.
Last man,
Man
standing.
standing.
What do you guys think? I was
good.
I was lukewarm on it.
I liked it. I mean, it showed Reigns strong, but however, I feel like it's kind of getting overplayed with him and Kane.
Oh, Kane's just kind of dilly-dallying through the roster, just kind of being the punching bag pretty much for everyone.
Well, that
Trying to
comes
put
up
everybody
later.
over.
That comes up later
Oh,
on.
you're defying the authority? Okay, fight Kane.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah. Just fight Kane.
He's today's Big Show, pretty much. It's like
He's today's Big Show. Big Show is today's Kane. I think Kane's been there longer, hasn't he?
No, both of
No?
them been about the same time.
Huh.
Actually, Show's been in longer because
no, but it just always seems like Show is
he's been in
always
different stuff.
being a jobber to help put people over, like for future main eventers, just putting people over, and it seems like they're using Kane to do that now. Like he's done his entire career. It's always seemed like Kane's always doing that, and yeah, I really have nothing else to say on that match other than it was okay.
Yeah.
It
I
was a
think
very lame ending to it.
I think Reigns should have lost.
Yeah.
We were talking
I'd like
about
to
this
see it.
maybe 2 weeks ago, where we think Reigns needs to be losing a couple more matches.
Yeah, I think because they're making him be invincible, which we know he's not. And if you want to have him as a main eventer, you have to show some weakness. Everyone except Super Cena.
Yeah.
Super Cena. Oh my God, he's awesome.
He's that bitch. Oh my God.
So hardcore.
But I don't know. I'm just a lot of people have been giving Roman Reigns a lot of shit since. I mean, us internet fans just like whine and bitch and moan about we want new guys, and then they give us new guys, and we're like, not that guy.
Yeah, we want new guys that have already developed a style and personality and everything that we like from independence and other circuits.
But when they bring these independents up, they don't use their character from the independents.
They make a
try
whole
to
new
make
character.
Yeah,
They do make a whole new character, but
they scrap it. They scrap what we like and put what we don't like.
basically.
Like we saw with Sin Cara and Alberto Del Rio. We liked Alberto Del Rio when he was in Mexico as a mask wrestler.
Lucha Libre.
As we looked up earlier today, we saw him with a mask. We loved his mask. His masks were great. And
I've actually watched a couple of his matches from his when he was in the Mexican circuits, and he is great. But then again, he's paired with other Lucha Libre stars and everything who know how to work the ring in the Lucha style.
Yeah, we'll get back to Del Rio when we go up to his match.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So.
But with Reigns, I think there's things that he needs to accomplish first in the WWE before he even gets a title shot. I think he needs to win the Royal Rumble. 1. Number 2, he needs to have a match with Triple H at a pay-per-view.
See, I don't agree with that. I don't think you need to have a match with Triple H in order to.
They started this feud between him and Trips already, and it needs to come to a head.
I don't think so. I think you were right about when you say he needs to be in more singles pay-per-view matches.
Yes.
I totally agree with that, but I don't agree
Because technically,
with
this will be his first singles pay-per-view match.
that. Is true because his last match was the
Fatal
Fatal 4-Way. Yeah. All right, moving on from Reigns and Kane.
Right after that was the first of 5 promos for Brock Lesnar versus John Cena.
They just seem like recycled promos from a year ago.
Same thing over and over
I thought
again.
they were recycled until Brock Lesnar said something that was like, "Oh, that happened recently." So I think these are recent. I don't
See what you
remember
did
what
there.
it is he said, but he said something that was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that did."
They mentioned my childhood getting broken.
It was along the lines
Oh,
of
yeah,
him
that's
being
right.
the one behind.
No,
21
yeah.
and 1.
That you're right. That was it.
Yeah.
And then we said 4 more months before we can introduce Alex back to wrestling. But anyways, so yeah, and they were all really long promos.
Entirely too long.
Like, I get it, they weren't there, so we got to remind everybody that they're going to be at SummerSlam.
But not 5 to 6 times a night.
No.
It got really old by the last time they did it, and I was over it by then.
Exactly.
Moving on.
I'd say 2 would have been all right. Next, we had Sandow come out in a Sooners shirt, which they were in Austin, which is a no-no in Texas.
Not even a little bit.
No,
Everyone
no.
thinking it was going to be good old JR.
Yeah,
What happened?
I heard it and I was like, JR, and I'm like, no.
Sandow. JR is no longer affiliated with WWE.
For anybody that is not from Texas and hasn't been to a Texas college, there's only one thing Texas colleges agree on, and that's that we all hate Oklahoma.
The Sooners must die.
Essentially, yes. We all hate each other, but we hate Oklahoma more. So they were in Austin. He did the Sooners thing. Of course, he got a lot of boos. And we had the return of Mark Henry.
We did, and I was marking out.
The world's
The look on your face thought you were going to do something big, and then you were just like, nope.
Nope.
But we saw Mark Henry come back, and he beat up Damian Sandow.
That's going to be your leader of the new Nation of Domination, in quotes.
Oh, actually, we had a comment on the YouTube page that disagrees with you guys.
What?
I'm gonna look it up right now. Keep
person that
talking. Keep
disagrees
talking.
with me?
Exactly.
What?
Keep talking about the match,
On the
and I will bring
internet?
exactly.
What match? It was not really a match.
Oh, that's true. It wasn't.
more like-
Damian Sandow got inducted into the Hall of Pain.
Pretty much.
That was it. But
That's what he does.
It's what he does. It's what he do.
Keep talking.
There's not much really to talk about.
I know, but I want to bring it up.
Okay, well,
Oh yeah, there it is. There we go. I found it. No, from EXXX Stacy69 says Mark Henry has no business being in the new nation. He would take away from Big E. And
No,
then
he's
my
the-
alarm went off.
because you're professional.
I am a professional. It's now just a tradition. I now have to do it every time.
No, I think Mark Henry still has a place in the new nation. It's just as that veteran presence. You know, you're still not taking the muscle away from Big E.
He's the Ric Flair.
Pretty much, yeah, because his time in WWE is coming to an end.
You know, like the last time he retired.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no taking away from Big E. Big E is Big E. He's gonna be the powerhouse inside of the nation. Besides it, unless they bring in Titus O'Neil, but with what they're doing with him, I don't see that happening anymore. So Big E's gonna be the muscle no matter what.
No, the new nation would be you're gonna have Big E, you're gonna have Xavier Woods, you're gonna have Kofi, you're gonna have the Usos, and then you're gonna have Mark Henry.
Mark Henry's just going to be there to be Mark Henry.
He's going to guide these young guys and give them just pointers on how to be a better wrestler.
I just realized that YouTube username is Ecstasy.
Ecstasy.
I just said it wrong. Anyways,
well, we know everybody with YouTube names that has a bunch of X's in the name. They're super cool.
Oh, what? Don't hash on our viewers, man. That's not how we gain new viewers.
Well, it's okay. You're cool.
No, anyways, Ecstasy.
I'm staying classy and avoiding the whole subject here. So
Ecstasy 69. If you have a rebuttal comment for our
Senor Huevos.
Senor Huevos.
Which, by the way, on a complete side note,
looks great in a half-cut shirt.
Me and Suave here decided that you were going to have to back up your words from the first review that we ever did when you said that you look better in a low-cut top than Deidre does. So we, at some point, when we get Deidre over here to Louisiana, we're gonna buy you each the same low-cut top.
Same size?
Well, no, it's got to fit you, obviously.
Well, I mean, if it's the same size, I know she's smaller than me. I'll just show her up in every way then.
and we will post the pictures on the page, and our fans will decide. That's how this is going down because you need to.
I look good, okay?
So we're backing this up. This is happening. Deidre versus Huevos at a time and date to be named later.
Will this be a match or?
Well, it'll be
a match of the century.
It'll be kind of like the bikini contests of WWE, except without the bikini. It's with just a low cut top.
Yay, puppies!
I do have puppies. They're outside. I love them.
All right, next we had Dean Ambrose versus Alberto Del Rio in a Beat the Clock challenge.
The best match of the night.
I did no segue to that at all. I was just like, all right, we're going to talk about something else now.
Talk about the star of the night.
Oh, yeah, Dean Ambrose was good, but his best qualities were later on in the night.
Titty Master?
Yes, Titty Master.
So good.
Oh, God. And obviously, Alberto's done with WWE. He just kind of looks like, really? This is what I'm doing?
Yeah, when he came out, he was drained. He's like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm out just jobbing to people. But he's not really jobbing. Dean Ambrose is clearly a better superstar than he is.
He's not
where he was a couple years ago.
He's not where he was a couple years ago. He is another example of bringing a guy up way too quickly and then they burn out.
Right on their face.
That didn't make any sense.
Nope.
Burn out right on their face. All right, let's move on. We had a Stephanie Brie video package. Oh, here's my rant of the night coming up. There was a match.
Oh, you can edit that part out, the flat on the face part?
No.
Edit that out.
What's this thing you call editing?
Anyways, here's my rant of the night. There was a match with
Kennedy's rant of the night.
There was a match with Rusev and Sin Cara, but we didn't fucking see it because they only had the match on the stupid WWE app.
Which is free, by the way.
They had a whole match on the app.
But you can watch this match replay on the WWE Network, which is only $9.99.
But only 30 days from now.
Close enough.
But seriously, why would you do that? This wrestling show had let me look how many matches we had on this wrestling show. We had 1, 2,
this is wrestling
3,
recap.
4, 5, 6, 7 matches. So we had quite a few matches, but only 6 of them were on the show. Because the fucking Sin Cara Rusev match apparently was just, fuck it, we're just going to have it on the
No
app.
one cared about
It
watching
doesn't
Sin Cara.
matter. It doesn't matter. It's a match. It shouldn't be during
Senor
the
Huevos
commercials.
cares about watching Sin Cara.
It's like when Art.
Not even the
it's
original
like,
Sin Cara.
It's like when Art.
real to me,
not
damn
Art
it.
Truth. Kofi. It's like when Kofi won a match on the app. When we didn't even get to see
I
the
agree with
finish
that
of a
right there.
match because it was on the app.
Let the match last less than 15 seconds. It shouldn't be on TV to begin with.
It's not.
It's still not good business. It's if you're paying someone to be out there and do something, they deserve what you call it, TV time. Even if it is 5 seconds for them to get pinned.
That fucking infuriated me.
He's
I was
next on the
so
chopping
mad.
board, so
I was so mad about that. Anyways, so we move on to the Rusev Swagger segment, which is
America.
the same
Fuck
stuff
yeah.
the same stuff they've been doing all the last couple weeks.
it's still over.
It's still over. It's still good,
You're in
but
Texas.
but it
What
is
do you
the same.
expect?
I expected Zeb to pull out his concealed carry gun and go off on Rusev. That's what I expected because that's America.
Fuck yeah.
What's next? Ziggler, Cesaro was next.
That was actually a really good match.
Great match.
Well, of course it was. It was
'Cause,
Ziggler and Cesaro.
It's DF and Z.
Dolph
all I gotta
effing Ziggler. Are you going to say it in your movie voice, Suave?
Nope.
Oh, why? Say it.
You want me to say it?
Yes, I do. I want you to say it.
Dolph fucking Ziggler. No effing involved.
No effing involved. Good match. He's gonna. Ziggler's probably gonna win the IC title at
I'm
the
okay
pay per
with
view.
this. I said it before. He needs to have some gold around him. He's too good not to.
I think he should. Well,
I think they should let this feud out a little bit more between them two. Mm-hmm. I think it's got
Between
potential
him and
between
Miz?
them. Yeah. I think you
Especially
have him lose
since,
it at SummerSlam, like have Miz cheat again, and pretty much put him as a good heel right now, which is what we need in that mid-card range.
everybody is kind of just in the middle.
Yeah.
A lot of
If
people.
they go with that, though,
We really don't have
they're
any
just gonna
set-in-stone heels in the mid-card.
Well, having
Other than
Miz is
Alberto.
gonna be heel. We see that. There's no question about it. But if they don't have Ziggler win the title at SummerSlam, all I feel like they're going to be doing is pushing Ziggler aside. So when Sheamus comes back from being having the flu or whatever,
whatever
for
he's
them
doing.
to have a feud,
When
so
he comes
Sheamus
back
can unite
From being Darth Vader?
When he comes back from being Darth Vader,
That too.
just the body of Darth Vader, not the voice.
That's not confirmed yet, so don't speculate this.
I hope he's the voice of Darth Vader. That would just make so many nerds' head explode, including myself.
Oi,
Just
come to the dark side, fella.
just entire theaters just
We've got
painted-
Guinness.
just fucking painted with brain matter all over the place.
Dark side of the moon.
Moving on.
Moving on. Paige promo. Her thing with AJ Lee is still going really good. I'm liking this almost Mean Girls thing where they're like obviously mean to each other, but like, I still love you. You're my best friend.
It's
Because it's kind of like exactly
it's
how
high
girls
school
act.
bitchery. That's what it is.
It's not even just high school. It's just girl bitchery. Like, girls do that outside of high school, too. Certain ones,
Thank
anyways.
God I'm not a woman.
It is quite stressful.
I think I'd hit a bitch.
Now for,
Suave doesn't hit bitches.
Well, if I was a chick.
I was waiting for another comment after that, but just nope, Suave doesn't hit bitches.
I'm just laying it out there.
Rybaxel versus Goldust and Stardust. I'm sorry, it's just too weird for me.
good.
It's
So
too
good.
weird for me.
And you're weird.
I know, it's too out there for me.
It-
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't get it. And these two guys are
love it.
It's amazing.
they're sitting there going, "It's so
amazing.
original." I'm like, "No, it's not.
It's not really.
It's gold dust and another gold dust."
What's better
Exactly
than gold
what
dust?
gold dust.
Another gold dust. That's even
Who
better.
doesn't want 2 gold dusts in a ring at one time?
I
mean, come
apparently
on.
don't, because it's just weird.
It's
amazing.
like gold
I
dust to
think it's
begin
the
with.
red and yellow contacts.
That might
It's-
be a reason
They
too.
they weird me out. The red and yellow.
I wish they had a
contacts.
promo tonight though. God, I
They're
love
going after that cosmic key, which
They
is
need the cosmic key.
That's going to be the
The
tag
tag
titles.
titles.
They're going to get the tag titles at some point.
But when? That's the question.
Night of Champions.
Because they're not. They're
Yeah.
not. There's
It'll
no
probably
talk
be,
about a
is Night
tag
of Champions
match.
the next pay per view?
It is the next pay-per-view after SummerSlam.
There's no tag match scheduled for SummerSlam.
I don't think they'll have one right now.
It might be the pre-show.
Well, that means they're going to have to set it up either on SmackDown or next Monday Night Raw.
Or
They-
SmackDown
only
and
have-
Raw.
They've done it with less notice.
I wouldn't mind them getting the cosmic key at SummerSlam.
Let's see. Next, we had a little segment where Kane removed his mask, so I guess he's leaving the Authority.
That's what it looks like. But I mean, I kind of pointed out that
Please
Kane
come back with
shaved
a
his
full
head
mask.
again in his match with Reigns because you could see his bald head underneath his wig and mask. Mm-hmm. So
He's gonna go back to corporate Kane.
no, I don't
lo-
even think he's going to do that. I think
loved corporate Kane.
He turned over the mask to the Authority, and what I think is it's symbolizing that he's walking away from them. He's just going to be Kane. He'll do what
Which
the hell he
Kane?
wants.
Silent Kane?
Probably not.
I would like to see Silent Kane again.
I don't see them. He's not going to put a mask back on. I don't think.
He's just gonna have the weird contacts, and that's it.
Pretty much.
I'm okay
Big
with that.
Red Machine.
Basically, no, Big Red Experience with the full.
Well, bring
full
that back,
mask.
because that was awesome.
They're not going to have that.
Let's see. Next we had Jericho and Harper, and if Jericho won, he had a match with Rowan on SmackDown, and he beat Rowan, which made it to where Rowan could not be at ringside for his match for Jericho's match with Bray Wyatt
Correct.
at
Eater of
SummerSlam.
Worlds.
So if he tonight, if he beat
Luke Harper.
Yes, if he beat Harper. I'm trying to look at my notes and do this at the same time.
It's
and
not hard.
no,
Multitask.
I'm not good at multitasking. Okay, the hamster falls off the
seen you
wheel.
drive.
The hamster fell off the wheel, and the hamster is dead.
Anyway, so if he beat Luke Harper tonight, Luke Harper could not be at ringside, which, as much of a Jericho fan as I am, it doesn't make any sense. He beat Bray Wyatt without them. Well, they weren't at ringside at the last match, but he beat them without needing the stipulation.
Mm-hmm.
So why would it matter now?
Just to add that if Bray wins this match, he's done it by himself.
But
I think
I
that's what's
don't
gonna
remember
happen.
watching
They're
this
gonna push
match.
and say he did it by himself. He doesn't need them to anymore, and they can just probably branch off as just a regular tag team.
They are kind of just doing their
Still
own
be the
thing
family,
now.
But just
Still be
have
the
their own
family, but
thing.
have
I mean,
their
they
own
already
thing.
have their own music together.
Did they have a match tonight?
Who?
Nope.
No.
They came out at some point.
Yeah, for the match against.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jericho.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. I thought I missed something. I distinctly remember them coming out.
Yeah.
Wow,
That
talk
was
about
Jericho.
sometimers.
Yeah, I know. That's why I write all of this shit down, because I will forget it. There have literally been Raws where we will
People,
sit there and watch the
The
whole Raw.
hamster's out of the wheel, but his legs are still kicking.
It's seizing
There
outside the wheel.
There are literally Raws where I'll watch the whole Raw and then be like,
What happened?
What happened?
I don't remember anything that just happened. And it just happened.
That just happened.
Let's see. Primo and
Snap.
Fandango. That was...
What?
I mean, sorry,
Oh, are you
Diego and Fandango.
Are you talking about Fandango's new dance partner?
Hornswoggle?
Hornswoggle?
Oh, God. Obviously, this is just a comedy thing. It was amusing.
The fact is, they cut so many people off the roster, but they keep Hornswoggle.
And El Torito.
I swear, they just need to have another, midget match. It's so much fun to watch. The WLC a couple months ago was amazing.
That was but
awesome.
I did feel like I was going to hell for
WWE
laughing
brings
at it.
people there anyway, so.
Let's see. Nothing from Suave?
Suave?
Summer Rae.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we're moving on now.
It's about how I feel about Paige. She could turn my page anytime, you know what I mean?
All right, moving on now. Randy Orton promo. Bo Dallas versus R-Truth.
Such an inspiration.
I'm so done with Bo Dallas, but like not in a bad way. If that doesn't make any sense, like I really want to punch him in the face.
Well,
Which
means
is,
he's doing his job,
that
right?
means it's the point. He faced R-Truth and won this time.
Pulling the trunks, though.
Pulling the trunks and
pulling
cheating.
the trunks and cheating.
Which is probably...
Woo, heel move. Yay.
God, that's so heel.
And then they got
he's
super
heel,
excited. Again, pulling a Daniel Bryan from like 2 years ago.
I'm still waiting on the don't give up submission move. Still
we
waiting.
need to send that
Soon.
into WWE.
You know, I want a part of that. I want to take. So, if there's any person who should, I guess, copyright that, I'm going to do it right now.
You're copywriting.
I'm copywriting the don't give up.
Don't give up.
The don't give up.
I think John Cena already did that. Or is he never give up?
Never give up.
He's never give
Never
up.
give
Okay.
up.
Don't give up. You just have to believe.
All right. Next we had awesome Bray Wyatt promo, as per usual. There's not really much to say other than it was a good promo.
It's Wyatt doing
It's
what he
Wyatt.
does.
Exactly. It's Wyatt being awesome. Last match in the night, Seth Rollins versus, it was supposed to be RVD, and then
The
they
whole
changed.
effing show?
Yep, the whole effing show, and then they
one
But he
changed
was
it.
not
Fire.
on this show, really.
And
He
then,
wasn't on the show. He got paid for the 5 seconds he was out in the ring.
and then
Then
they
he got high
replaced him
backstage.
with
he went to
replaced
go
him
hit the
with
bong and back,
Heath
yes.
Slater. But the star of this match was Dean
Heath Slater?
Ambrose.
Oh, Dean Ambrose, yes.
Oh my God! So Dean Ambrose comes to ringside just to mess with Seth Rollins because it's also a beat the clock challenge, and so Seth has to try and beat Dean Ambrose's time.
15:42.
So we're all thinking there's no way Seth's not going to beat
Not
it.
with 15 minutes left of the show.
Yeah.
They still need to do
like
a
10
whole
minutes left
other
in the show.
segment.
pretty
Exactly, and so Dean just does everything in his power to distract
Ripping
Seth.
up the contract and the briefcase after
Yeah,
he
takes
stole it.
he takes the briefcase, and the way he did it was funny. He just kind of like meanders
walked
over
up.
to it and just kind of
Briefcase.
and he takes it and he rips up the contract and like stuffs some of it in his mouth and then it out.
Spits it out.
Let's see. He steals a drink from some kid in the audience, and the kid looks legitimately pissed off. Like, hey, that was my drink.
I better
awesome.
get a free drink.
And he pours the drink into, and he's all just, Dean Ambrose is real casual. He's just kind of, he sips the drink a little bit, and then he goes, oh, and then he pours the drink into the briefcase.
Awesome.
Steals somebody's popcorn,
Eats a little bit.
eats a little bit, pours that into the briefcase. Folds up JBL's hat, shoves
he wears
that.
it first.
He
He
wears
gives
it
a hook 'em
first.
horns.
Yeah. And then he shoves that into the briefcase. Which I say that JBL's hat got way more damage than that briefcase
That was a
did.
Stetson.
I know it's
If
just
anyone
so
knows how much a
bad.
Stetson cost, that's a way more than that aluminum briefcase.
Exactly. So Seth Rollins loses to Heath Slater because he's distracted, and so Dean gets to pick the stipulation for their match at SummerSlam.
Let's just point out that Heath Slater got a win on Raw.
Exactly.
What?
Technically, the main event of Raw.
Oh,
He won a main event?
He won a main
I
event
didn't even
match
think
at
about that
Raw.
one.
He won a main event match. at
Everybody-
Raw.
everybody gets at least one.
Everybody gets one.
Except Hornswoggle.
I feel like I need that Spider-Man picture. Everybody gets one.
Do it.
And then we had the Stephanie Bree contract signing, which was oddly without the word bitch. I don't know if they filled their quota last week or
They overdid their quota. The Rock called, said, y'all can't use that anymore.
you guys can't use
You
that.
use it up before I pay for her. Before WrestleMania season, so
Exactly.
he's going to need it.
So yeah, so
They overdid it.
no, and there were plenty of good opportunities. Like Bree was talking about Karma, and so I was like,
Karma
okay,
could be a bitch.
Yeah, much like you, Stephanie, Karma could be a bitch, and that wasn't said.
And
Just
and-
called her trash.
This is probably one of the only times you will hear me say this, but tonight kind of proved how much better Stephanie is on the mic than Brie Bella.
yeah, Bree was terrible.
She was
Also,
terrible on
Bree
the
has
mic.
a slight man voice going on.
It's not. It was not good. It was like she wasn't. I mean, technically she's not used to being on the mic, but she wasn't used to being on the mic. She wasn't used to having to say stuff like anything, really.
She's not used to saying a lot of stuff. She goes out, says a couple things, and walks out. But because she had to actually put forth effort,
so
it didn't feel natural.
It was not good. Like, I would have been way less surprised had maybe like Triple H been holding cue cards off screen that she was reading, and had we caught a glimpse of that, I would have been like, "Oh, okay, that makes total sense why her promo sucks." But it wasn't
believable.
She was awful on the mic tonight. And usually we're bitching about Stephanie being so bad. And because she went after Brie, Stephanie looked like great on the mic.
She took some pointers from Trip.
Mm-hmm. It ends the night with Triple H pushing Brie into the corner with the desk.
Baby in the corner.
Hunter did.
And then Stephanie gives the pedigree to Nikki Bella. And we did have to look up, that is her finisher. The pedigree is Stephanie's finisher. It's been a while since we've seen her wrestle.
Yeah.
But that is her finisher. And then she gave the pedigree to Brie, which Brie tried to climb over the table. And I was like, that's pretty daring to do in those high heels.
And then faceplant to the table from Stephanie and pedigree.
An Edge and Lita style makeout session from the Authority.
Not
classy.
as Edge and Lita, but pretty close.
It's pretty close. It's as close as what we've gotten in a while. But
it's
yeah,
very classy.
Brie Bella was not.
It was best
good.
for business.
Brie Bella was not good.
That was
tonight.
for you, Sean.
And the only time that the CM Punk chant was even close to appropriate. Brie was talking about all the people that the Authority have screwed over and wronged, and then the CM Punk chant.
CM Punk.
I caught myself chanting with them. I'm sorry.
But
I'm still heartbroken, okay. And I'm recovering now. So I'm finally.
He's a recovering CM Punkaholic.
Starting to accept
I know
it.
He's gone for good now, and I'm kind of
over
over it now.
The first step to healing is admitting you have a problem.
I know, and I've accepted it. Accepted he's gone, and moving on to hopefully Kenta or Kevin Steen.
Exactly, or
Kill
Kevin
Steen. Kill Mr. Wrestling.
Even Prince Devitt.
There's a lot. There's a lot in WWE's future if they use it correctly.
But
so good.
But
Ambrose all the way.
Ambrose all the way. He was the star tonight. It was awesome. He's up there with Jericho right now,
Titty
just in
Master
characters.
Can do no wrong.
Titty Master can do no wrong. All right, everybody. Any final thoughts on Raw tonight or upcoming SummerSlam?
Remember that the WWE Network is $9.99.
It is $9.99
with a 6-month subscription.
I'm the only reason I'm thinking about re-upping is because these two guys said that they might split it with me this time.
Yeah.
They have been using it more than I have. It's not mooching if I let you do it, because I'd just be paying to watch the pay-per-views.
I just forget, in quotations, to sign out of it off my PlayStation.
You can tell it's totally affected my life in a negative way.
I see that. Yes,
I have no complaints from you. So
at least Jordan will send me a text message and be like, "Hey, can I use the network?" I didn't even know Suave was using my network until tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I asked you when we were doing Raw over here. Hey, can I use your WWE Network so I can watch NXT on Thursdays?
The one time. The one time. I don't care. You can use it whenever.
You sent me all your information
I did.
a text message, and I was like, all right. And this is the first time? Really? Really?
Maybe I forgot. I forgot you were using.
Once again, the hamster's out of the wheel and just kicking its legs.
It happens.
Seizing out.
It happens. Anyways, say goodnight, everyone.
Suave out.
Buenas noches.